Please tell me, and we will go up and look at the information again, okay? All right. So we were looking at this question here, or this is where we stopped in our previous class. So the question here says, what's Rowan Atkinson's passion?
His passion is about mm, cars or vehicles or something.
Okay, so do you want to look at the information again?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I think we should look at the information so that we can remember what his passion is. Okay, so we also learned about the teddy bear. Let's go further up. Okay, so we are looking for his passion.
That's not his passion.
That's not his passion. Yes, I'm just trying to find that. Okay, so over there we learned that
Oh,
he
lorries.
really likes
Lorries.
cars. The lorries, yes. So the lorries were his passion, and he got a driving license for lorries. So he has a passion for big vehicles. Okay, so you were correct in saying that his passion are cars, because when he was a little boy, he loved to drive his father's tractor. Okay.
I also have stammer.
You also have a stammer?
Yeah. Because
Oh,
because I think too fast.
yes. Okay. So that does happen when you think too fast, or sometimes it could happen when you are feeling anxious or nervous. So it's not a bad thing to have a stammer. It's completely normal and it happens to a lot of people. And Mr. Bean used his stammer to his advantage, and it made him a very popular and famous person. Okay, so that was the question on his passion. And now the next question here says, what do Rowan Atkinson and Mr. Bean share? Do they share a toy, a car, or do they share a birthday?
Yes. Wait, can you look at the bottom corner?
Yes, okay. All right. Okay, so they share a birthday. Can you say birthday for me?
Birthday. Happy birthday
Yes,
to you. Happy
very
birthday.
good. Yes.
Okay,
So,
let me ask you a question.
yes,
Ron Atkinson and Mr. Bean are the same. They're just in one person.
yes, they are one person. So Rowan Atkinson is his real life name, and Mr. Bean is his acting name. His character name is Mr. Bean, okay?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So that brings us to the end of the lesson on Mr. Bean. And over here it says the homework. So the homework says, if you were an animated character, part of Mr. Bean's cartoon, who would you like to be? So if you could be a character in Mr. Bean's cartoon, would you like to be a friend of Mr. Bean's, or would you like to be an enemy?
I really like Mr. Bean, so I will be his friend.
You would be his friend. Okay, very nice. And the other question says, in which episode would you like to see yourself and why? So you can talk about which episode of Mr. Bean's cartoon you would like to see yourself acting in and why you would like to see yourself in that episode. Okay?
Hey,
All right.
I'm
Okay.
a
So,
gift for you.
okay.
I have two of them. One, two.
Wow, that is really nice. Wow, it opens up. Okay. I cannot see very clearly what's on the inside.
A carrot and a bunny.
A carrot and a bunny. Okay, that's very, very beautiful.
The second one.
Yes.
Now I open it.
Does that open up? Yes. You can open it.
A mouse and boba tea.
A mouse and boba tea. Okay, very nice. And did you make those by yourself?
Yes, this is my
Y-
own creation.
It's your own. Wow, you are very, very good. Those look really nice.
It, it
Okay.
it's a birthday gift for my parents.
Wow, that is so special. Very, very nice. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for showing me that. Okay, so did you understand everything about Mr. Bean? Did you understand everything that we learned in this lesson in our previous class?
Okay, I really love this in my room.
Can you say that again, please?
I really love this in my room.
Okay, so did you understand everything that we read, all of the information?
My new baby. My new baby.
You have a new baby?
Yeah, I'm getting out his gloves. His new gloves.
Okay.
Gloves.
All right. And what's his name?
Harry the bear.
It's that Harry. Yes. Okay, I remember Harry. All right. Okay, so we have reached the end of this lesson, okay? So we have completed this lesson, and I want to tell you that in your next class, there will be a parent-teacher meeting, okay? In your next class, we are going to have a parent-teacher meeting, and I am also going to put a little reminder in your feedback report so that your parents will know that in your next class, we are going to have this meeting, okay?
Nothing. Only my dad almost can't understand English because while
Yes.
he was at 12 years old, he was learning English. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. All right, so that is okay. And in your next class, we will have the meeting. All right, so now we are going to start with your next lesson, okay? Okay, so are you ready to start with your next lesson?
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay, so the next lesson is lesson 6. And can you read the title of the lesson for me, please?
To be famous or not, can you go and press the button slideshow so I can remember?
Yes. Okay, so that you can see it more clearly. Yes. Okay, sorry. All right, so we're just waiting for this to load.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, I have a riddle for you.
Okay. All right. So before we do the riddle, let's look at the picture that we can see here on screen. What do you see happening in this picture?
Not lots of people taking picture of them. Sexy.
Yes. Yes. So it's a very beautiful woman and she is someone famous. So all the people are taking her picture. Now, these people are called the paparazzi and they take pictures of famous people. They take videos of them when they are attending events or when they are going to places. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So would you like to be famous one day or not?
I don't know.
Or do you think it would be nice to be famous?
It's very difficult to be famous.
Yes. And why do you think it's difficult to be famous?
Because some fake friends will follow me.
Yes, very nice. So you could have fake friends. It could also be difficult to have privacy because the paparazzi is always following you around and watching what you are doing. So it's not always a very good thing to be a famous person. Okay, so that was the homework from the previous lesson. Let's look at this slide. It says, let's quickly chat. Now that you have learned about famous people, do you wish you could be one of them? Why or why not? So we just discussed that now, and you said that it wouldn't be nice to be famous. So if you had the chance to be famous, would you take that chance or would you skip the chance of being famous?
Skip a chance because being famous is too difficult for me. So I would like.
Yes. Okay. All right. So you would prefer not to be famous. Okay. Very good answer. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so this slide over here says, let's talk. And it says,
Uh,
these pictures show different situations with famous people. Think and say what is happening.
Now I
So
know.
over here we have two pictures and there are two different things happening in each of these pictures. Let's look at the picture at the top first. What do you think is happening here?
Let me think.
Mhm. What can you see happening in the first picture at the top? What can you see? Okay, so what don't you know? Okay, what can you see in the people in the picture? What are the people doing in this picture?
There are interviewing.
Very good. Excellent. That is absolutely correct. So the lady is interviewing the man who is someone famous. And we can see that the lady is doing the interview because she has a paper in her hand. And that page perhaps has all the questions that she is going to ask this person for the interview. So this first picture at the top shows us an interview with a famous person. Okay, very nice. Let's look at the picture at the bottom. What do you think is happening over here?
Okay, let me ask you riddles so I can answer this.
Okay, what is your riddle?
Is Harry? What gender is Harry?
He is a boy.
He's a girl.
It's a girl. Okay, but isn't Harry the name of a boy?
He likes the name. She
He
likes.
likes she likes, yes, she likes the name Harry. Okay, so I thought Harry was a boy. Okay, all right. So now that I answered your riddle, can you tell me what's happening in the second picture at the bottom?
Two women and lots of paparazzi and
Ye-
one more woman is walking.
Walking. Yes, very good. So these are all the famous people. And where do you think they are? Are they at an event or are they at a shopping mall? Where do you think these famous people are?
A mall. I can see like glass everywhere.
Yes, so they could be at a mall for an event. So you can see the red carpet on the floor. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see big. I
Y-
really like red carpets because it makes the mansion more beautiful.
Yes, it does. So since there is a red carpet on the floor, we could say that they have attended a red carpet event. So these famous people are at a very important event and they are posing for the paparazzi to take their picture.
And
Okay, does that make sense?
yes, also the red carpet makes the mansion fancy too.
Yes, it does make it very fancy. That's correct. Okay, very nice. Now let's look at the next slide. So again, we are looking at more pictures over here and you are going to tell me what you think is happening in each picture, okay?
What a big Caesar.
Okay, yes, that's a big scissor. All right, so let's look at the picture at the top first. What do you think is happening in this picture here?
The women are talking on their phone,
Yes.
and a man at the background is also speaking on his phone.
Yes, okay. So these are actually famous people, okay? So the people that are talking on the phone, on the telephone, they are famous people. Now, these famous people here are perhaps taking calls from their fans, okay? So it is sort of like a show that goes on where the famous people sit with their telephones and their fans or people who love them call them to speak to them. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so they are talking to their fans on the telephone. And what do you see happening in the picture here at the bottom?
A man is holding a big scissor and is about to cut the red large ribbon.
The Very good. Yes, he's about to cut the ribbon. So when someone cuts the ribbon like that, what do you think it's showing us?
It makes people mm, mm, um, very very excited to mm, for the famous for the famous person to go in.
Hmm. Yes, very good. Okay, so this cutting of the large red ribbon could also mean the grand opening of a new place. So it could be the opening of a new restaurant, a new store, a new shoe store. So the famous people are gathered over here in the picture and they are there for the grand opening of a new place. All right, does that make sense?
Mm.
Yes, okay, very nice. So the man in the middle is holding the giant scissors and he is going to cut the ribbon to initiate the grand opening of that place. Okay, very good. All right, again, we are looking at two other pictures. Let's look at the picture at the top. What do you see happening here?
Okay, that and my favorite show mm, is America's and Brighton's Got Talent
Got talent.
because their talent is really mm, really cool. So
Yes.
and the people are watching will we stand up
Mm-hmm.
so many and they are very excellent and also
Yes.
very fantastic.
Yes, very nice. So the people who enter the talent show, they do lots of exciting, lots of fun and interesting things for us to watch. So the talent show is always so much of fun to watch. Okay, so
Yeah.
the first picture at the top is showing us the Belgians Got Talent. So it's a talent show and there are famous people that are judging this talent show. Okay. What is that? Is that a lady? Okay, that also looks very nice. Is it like a puppet?
No, it is my own Roblox. Roblox.
Okay, it's a cutout. Okay. All right. Very nice. Okay. And can you see the famous people that are over here at the bottom of this picture? Can you see their heads here?
Yeah.
Yes. So these are
See,
the famous people that
uh,
are,
I can see the man like this.
yes, he has his hands on his head. Very good. So these are the famous people that are judging the talent show. Okay. Now let us look at the picture at the bottom. What's happening here? Can you tell me?
There's two more for you to watch. Their hairstyles are all the same.
Okay. And what's happening in the picture at the bottom? Can you tell me? Okay. Okay, that's a very pretty girl. Oh, okay. So I see the different clothing styles that they have. Okay, very nice.
Same shoes too.
The same shoes. Okay. All right. Can you tell me what's happening in the second picture here at the bottom? What do you see?
Hmm. I see like people cheering and
Mm-hmm.
colorful papers everywhere, like just like a
Yes.
concert.
Yes, very good. So there's lots of colorful paper that is falling out from the ceiling. And we can understand from this picture that this is a concert. Okay. So here is the famous person up in front. And that person is perhaps singing because they are a singer. And the people that are in the crowd are enjoying the concert. They are singing and they are dancing too. Okay, can you see that happening in this picture?
Yes.
Yes, okay, very nice. So that is also another situation with famous people. All right, very good. Okay, let's talk. So over here we have um, some questions that we are going to go through, and you are going to share your ideas and your opinions about the questions here, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first one says, would you like to be the child, brother, or sister of someone very famous? Why or why not? So what do you think? Would you like to be the child or the sister of someone who is very famous?
Mm, no.
No. Okay. And why not?
Because I will be very nervous if
Okay.
I
And
would
why
be
do you think
child.
yes? So why do you think you would be nervous to be the child of a famous person?
Because I don't like to be crowd and it make me have a headache.
Okay, very good. All right. So you don't like being in crowds. Okay. And the next one here, or the next question here says, what would be the advantages and disadvantages? So, say, for example, you were the daughter of a very famous person. What do you think would be some of the advantages of being related to a famous person?
I don't know, but I will be disadvantages because I don't know the flower.
Okay. Can you think of anything that might be good about being related to a famous person?
I don't know, but the flower pot is next to my computer,
Okay.
so I need to be careful.
Okay. Yes. All right. So, okay. So perhaps the advantages of being related to a famous person is that you could get fame as well. People will know you. People will want to follow you on social media. You could also enjoy lots of luxuries in life. You could go on nice holidays. You could live in a huge mansion. You could go around to places in fancy cars. So perhaps those could be some of the advantages of being the daughter of someone very famous. And what do you think might be the disadvantages or the bad things of being related to someone famous?
I don't know, but like
Okay.
I like to be a TikToker because my dad
Uh-huh.
is already a TikToker.
Okay, awesome. And if you were a TikToker, what kind of content would you make?
I will make funny videos and crazy stories.
Okay, very nice. All right. Okay, so disadvantages of being related to someone famous is that the paparazzi could be watching you and following you around all the time. So you might not have any privacy. You may not be able to do anything without someone watching you or without someone knowing what you're doing. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very nice. The next question here says, which famous people can be a role model or a good example for young people? Why?
I don't know.
Okay. So which famous people do you like? Or who is your favorite famous person? Is there anyone that you like?
Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It could be any person, maybe someone that's on TikTok or someone that you saw acting in a movie that you really like. Who is a famous person that you think would be a good role model?
Maybe a TikToker.
Okay, which TikToker?
My dad.
Your dad. Okay, very good. And why do you think your dad is a good role model or a good example for young people to look up to?
My dad is not a young person because he's already 66 years old.
Yes. So why do you think he would be a good role model?
Because like, he uses filters to make funny things, and my mom always not always really crazy because he's
Mm-hmm.
very fun.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. We have reached the end of our lesson time for today. So when I see you again, we are going to complete the rest of these questions and start with our new lesson. And don't forget that there will be the parent-teacher meeting in your next class. Okay?
Okay,
Okay, I will see you again soon. Goodbye.
bye. Wow.
Cô có biểu ba mẹ vô không?